Okay, so here is the story about how John Jackson and Karri Turner got their parts on JAG. So it's no big surprise to learn that JAG was a mashup of A Few Good Men and Top Gun. Basically, it's exactly that. I mean, Harm is a lawyer in the JAG Corps who also flies Tomcats. It's literally a mashup of those two movies. So in A Few Good Men, there is a character who is the Judge Advocate General, just like there is in our show. And who played that part in the Tom Cruise movie A Few Good Men? John Jackson. So it's no surprise that they went to offer John Jackson the part of the JAG in JAG. Well, they offered John the part and John said no, because John's from Texas and he likes to say no. So they made a better deal and they offered it to him again. And this time John said no. And this went around a number of times. He kept saying no, 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 until finally JAG was canceled on NBC and they moved it to CBS. Well, this time they came, I guess, with a lot more money, and John said yes. And that's how John Jackson got on JAG. It's very, very simple. He just held out until he got the deal that he wanted. John Jackson is probably my favorite person from the TV show JAG. He has a dry sense of humor. I just love the man to bits, and he is amazing. Now, the story about Karri Turner getting on JAG is kind of typical, but what's not typical is that Karri and I knew each other. Karri auditioned really hard for JAG. She kept auditioning until finally they hired her, which was a big surprise to me because I was friends with Karri. Karri and I had been at the improv group, The Groundlings. That's where we met. We had been there for years before. We had done sketches together. We had written together. We had hung out. We'd known each other for years. So when she got the role on JAG, it was absolutely a blast. It was fun to hang around. She is hysterical in real life, if you can't tell from Harriet. So right after Karri got hired, Don Belisario came down and he goes, "I'm going to have you pregnant every year. You're going to have a ton of kids." And sure enough, that's exactly what he did. And one of the cool things about Bud and Harriet and their story was because we weren't the leads of the show, they could change us. So lots of different things happened to Bud and Harriet. I mean, I got to become a lawyer, we got married, we had babies, I lost my leg, lots and lots of drama for a TV show. I loved working with David and Catherine, but there was a real special connection that I had with Karri, and I just loved John Jackson. So those are the rather ordinary stories about how these two wonderful people got on the show, but I'm so glad they did, and I'm so glad that we got to be a part of the same show for so long, and that's the truth that I can handle.
You can't handle the truth!